Hello, my name is Les, and I'm the Monster Painter. And today we are going to take a look at what kind of terrain we can raid from Christmas Village to fill out our tabletop games. And no, I didn't go to Michael's. I went to where a proper cheapskate goes to get their stuff. We hit Dollarama! So it's pretty clear that $35 goes a long way at the Dollarama. I mean, dear God, what have I done? What have I got myself into? I mean, there's a lot of bits in this pile. An awful lot of stuff. Hey, village accessories. Isn't that what the locals who helped us rob the manor house were called? So, is this of any use for the tabletop, or have I just blown a lot of money on a bunch of garbage? Let's find out. So, $35 will definitely get you a variety of terrain pieces from the dollar store. That cannot be denied. But, there's problems. And there's a mixture of values and usefulness within this lot. And we're going to have to examine it a little more carefully. So, first off, I would highly recommend that you avoid getting any of these village accessories that include figures. They're all kind of this kitschy Victorian Christmas cloying stuff. The sculpts are kind of blobby, the paint jobs are dreadful, and they're just not going to be of any use to you. Although this lady on the park bench came with this lovely, but not very stable, lovely but not very stable lamppost, and for $1.50, that lamppost was worth it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the lady feeding a pigeon, but yeah. So keep away from the ones with the figures. Some of this stuff is pretty straight out great. I mean, these trees can pretty much hit your table right out of the package. They got some bad mold lines that's easy to clean up, and I mean, they definitely could be improved with a paint job, especially the white tree, which, looks like it belongs in a mall. But for a little background forest, these are pretty good, and I actually kind of prefer them to the other style of tree, this kind of tree, because these guys, they don't have any of this goddamn crap on them that gets everywhere. It spreads around faster than freaking COVID. I'm not a fan of these trees. These solid trees with no crap coming off of them, I'm definitely in favor. Another problem with a lot of them is that the paint jobs are pretty horrendous. I mean, oh my God, that's a giant eyesore, and you're gonna have to repaint them. On the other hand, some of them are just really fantastic. I mean, that one is good to use straight out of the box. No problems, no need to repaint. Nice little bit of terrain, a nice little bridge. Another problem with them is the scale is just a little bit big for 28 millimeters. And of course, this is going to drive some people crazy. But, I find, especially for scatter terrain and terrain in general, the scale issues are not quite so dire, because usually when you're playing the game, you're focused on the little miniatures rather than the terrain, and they kind of work. They'll do their job without the scale being too offensive. But as far as offensiveness goes, yeah, there's another problem we got to address. Now, apart from the dreadful paint jobs, and the little scale issues, there's another problem with these things, and it's the cloying, Christmassy kitschiness of it. It's gonna be a bit of a problem on the tabletop, especially in July. There are a couple of solutions that you can take with this. The worst one is to try to chip off the wreaths. It takes forever. These things are made with some kind of really hard, tough plaster. And chipping the wreath off of this little lamppost took me more than an hour. And quite frankly, if I spent that hour doing my taxes, I would have had more fun. It's a bad solution to this problem. Although there are other solutions. A simple one is Christmassy, not Christmassy. Yeah, if you position these things right, you can hide the Christmassiness of them, and you might be able to skate through. This is not a great solution because it's a tabletop game. These are terrain pieces and it's all in the round, right? But there is yet another solution, and it is illustrated quite nicely by this one that I haven't even painted yet. You'll notice there's like little hollies all over this thing. If you look really carefully, you can see them. But the paint job has so de-emphasized the detail that they become unnoticeable. And especially once it's on the tabletop and you're playing your game and you're not looking at them quite so closely as we are right now, the details of the wreaths and such things will just disappear. And I did up my very own proof of concept for this. I painted this one up ahead of time, and yeah, the wreath is there, but the paint job has de-emphasized it so that it's not quite so in-your-face Christmassy. It cuts the Christmas kitsch right down, and it makes a pretty convincing little piece of terrain, especially if you're playing my favorite game, Frostgrave, where the environment's already kind of snowy. And so, yeah, it works. So, to get the most value out of these, we are going to have to get them ready for priming and painting, because dollar paint jobs are terrible. And, you know, something that costs $1, well, $2 Canadian, it's gonna have a lot of mold lines. Fortunately, the material is kind of brittle, and the mold lines come out pretty quickly. So we're gonna get that all ready, and then we're gonna prime them. And here we have all the stuff primed flat white, ready to paint. Most of it looks better already. So I think we got a good start. Okay, I got the lamppost started, the snowman going. I got the base coat and the dry brushing done on the trees. Everything's starting to start. All right, we got the brown and gray base coats in. And this stuff is starting to really take shape. It's starting to look like actual terrain. And yeah, it's not looking too bad. Another step done, another step to go. And here it all is. Half of it painted up in winter, half of it painted up as summer. And with the miniatures around, I really don't think the scale is too much of a problem. They seem to be working pretty good. A little sweet maybe, but still very functional. Fits really nicely. A lot of great terrain. You can fill out your Frostgrave table with all this lovely stuff. Definitely definitely works. A lot of work to get it to look like that, but still not too bad. And there you have it, folks. I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised at just how well they painted up. They look like they'd be an excellent addition if you're heading to the village of Hamlet, or you're doing Rangers of Shadow Deep and you gotta start at the abandoned village, or to fill out your Frostgrave table, or whenever your tabletop scenario requires a little bit of quaint village charm. These village accessories, once they're painted up, definitely can make a wonderful addition to your table. Now, let me tell you, tell me what you think about this stuff in the comments below. Am I crazy? Was this a bunch of garbage? Or was it a fabulous way to fill out the tabletop? Please, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Take care.